my last video had almost double figures hits, so there's demand for it. So I'm back. This time, definitely over a coffee. I'll be really quick, not a 3-course meal. What are we looking at today? G8 Performance Insoles. Yes, I sell these, so turn off now if you think it's just an ad, and also turn off now if you race me. I don't want you using these. See you later. What's in the box before I tell you about them? As I said, super quick. 2 left and a right insoles, interchangeable, different levels of the arch support, and a bag, little bag. That's to put all your stories in. Get them out at the cafe to share your stories. What do? What's cool about them? This is not a full review, this is just quickly how we use them. What's really cool about them is how thin this is. Super thin. Last thing you want to do is put something into your shoe that then makes your toe box feel like it's completely full and it's too much pressure, too much strain on it. So that's really thin. That's a really good idea. One of the best parts of it. The heel, super flat at the bottom and rigid. No movement there. Increases the stability, doesn't let your heel move at all, which is where I see a lot of instability come from. And here's the game changer. 5 of these, different levels, 1 through to 5. And what do I see? Number 3 is used, 1 being the smallest, 5 being the largest, and lots of 4s. Rarely a 5, never done a 1. They are fully customizable and movable. You can see here, they go fore and aft and laterally. So we can really find where your arch is on your foot and where we can move them or customize them too. When you come to see me, we take an impression of your foot and we have a bit of a giggle. We say, oh, look, your foot looks like a turkey. And we also go, wow, I thought you had 5 toes. Your impressions are only showing 4. And it's a giveaway that the little toe is lifting up because your foot is rolling in because it doesn't have the arch support. Big giveaway. Let's try and get you back to the 5-toe club. Now, why the G8's not fully customized insole? One, fully customized insoles, they're like $600–700. There is a time and place for them. I'm not slagging them off, but this is much more repeatable. You just get them out of the box every time. It's the same and completely, well, a lot cheaper. $149 for these guys, opposed to the $500–600 for the custom. Also, here's how I've had it explained to me why not custom. This is spongy and it bounces back and it offers support without being completely restrictive. Can you imagine if you broke your elbow? This is how I had it explained. And when you go to the surgeon to put your cast on, they say, okay, select where you want your elbow in this cast for 6 weeks. Do you want it here so you can eat? Do you want it here so you can wave? Because wherever I set that cast is where it needs to stay for 6 weeks. It's like when you go custom, you need to then decide where you want your arch molded to. So, do you want it with a lot of pressure through, or do you want it nice and relaxed? Because our arch, depending on the pressure put through the pedal, changes through our pedal stroke. Whether we're standing up to climb, whether out of the saddle to sprint, whether we're just in the saddle doing time trials. Our arch moves, and this firm support, yet a little bit of sponginess, allows our arch to be fully supported and stable throughout the pedal stroke. So here's old ones from Bond, any single brand. Why not just use these ones? There's your reason. If you think that's supporting your foot, think again. Absolutely no support here, your foot's just left to its own device inside of the shoe. Why is your foot so important? It is something that we just neglect, and we put into a shoe, we crank the shoe up. Your foot has over 220,000 nerve endings culminating at the end of your foot, and it's so far away from your brain, some further than others. And the last thing we want to do is just put our foot into a sock, into a hot shoe, crank it right up and forget about it. What we want to encourage, this is where I can go on for a long time, but I won't, is your proprioception. Proprioception is where you are in space, where your foot is in space. So where your brain thinks your foot is very, very important in the pedal stroke for one main reason, it's pelvic stability. So where our foot is directly related to where our pelvis tilts. And that's with pelvis tilts and saddle heights and things like that, which you'll come across in a fit. So the more our brain recognises through the central nervous system where our foot is, so where it is in space, through proprioception, the more stable our pelvis is. What this does, or these do, inserted in the shoe, it stimulates the feedback to the brain and allows our brain, through proprioception, know where our foot is using the spatial awareness. So, up to you whether you use them or not. I do. Every person that I do give these to, which are a lot of people these days, overwhelming support, overwhelming feedback. So, do they give you extra power? No. The power you deliver from your pelvis through to your rear chain, front chain muscles, through to the pedal is the same. However, if you're delivering power and losing power as you lose form of your foot or lose form of your arch, they're just sponging under you, that power is wasted power. What this does is keep the foot firm, keep the foot where it's supposed to be, and also deliver that proprioception or spatial awareness back to the brain. So, the G8 Performance Insole, yes, I use them. Yes, I sell them, so take it for a pinch of salt, but hope it helps out a bit. Let me know if you need any more information, and let's get this view hitter over 10. Cheers.